Crystal here. I'm going to start with the business readings, or well, the professional area of life readings for each of the zodiac signs. So this is the introduction to that, and then from there on I'm going to edit it such that your reading is behind it. Now, what I would like to ask from you is subscribe to my channel if you want to do so. Then you'll know, if you click that alarm bell, you'll know when new readings are going to come out. You'll also know that, when your reading is going to come out, etc. I do weekly readings. I do daily tarot shorts. That are the daily cards, the YouTube shorts. That's a new thing, like TikTok and Instagram Reels or IGTV, that sort of thing, but very short. I do those. I do weekly readings, monthly readings, specific readings, moon readings, so on the new moon and full moon, and so on. I also have a dog at the other side of the road who is sort of screaming, and it's really I go bananas when I hear that. But that's nothing that I can do about it, nothing you can do about it. So if you like to subscribe, that would be very good, because then you'll also be able to put in the comment box the magic words that you have to put in if you want to win a free tarot reading. And those magic words are rose crystal. The winner will be drawn on the 30th of September. So stay with me. Put the words rose crystal in any of the videos, only once per video, please, because otherwise I go bananas as well. But once per video, but you can put it in as many videos as you want. The more entries, of course, the more chance you have of winning a free reading. Big reveal, September 30th. Now, let's go and have a look at your professional area of life. So your job, your career, your business, whatever. What there is to know about that for the months of October, November, and December of this year. If you want to know what happened in the other quarters of the year, you can find the readings there. I will put the links in the description box as well, so you can find those easily for your sign. Thank you, and let's go into the reading now. Hello Scorpio, this is your career reading, so your professional area of life for the last 3 months of the year, as I said. So I'm looking at these cards, and I am a little bit like, apprehensive, because we have 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and we start with the 9 of Swords. So, and we also have the 3 of Swords. So I feel that the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, they sort of go together. It feels about, on the one hand, there's a lot of worry, there is a lot of stress going on, there's like also sadness. There is something that you grieve, something that you feel you have lost with this 3 of Swords as well. But it's something painful. So maybe at your job something has. I feel this is a bit past energy. It feels like the rest of the cards are based on these two, on these cards of losing something, of having to maybe walk away from something. So maybe you had to walk away from a job because you felt it was no longer good for you, or maybe you had to go away because you were going insane with it. It was getting on your nerves, but it's something you had to walk away from. So also it could be that if you have your own business, maybe you needed to step away from it. Maybe if you are a freelancer, there is something you can't do anymore, maybe because of physical circumstances, maybe because of location, maybe of practical circumstances, but it's something that you don't like to give up, that has hurt. It leaves a feeling of, failure. It leaves a feeling of, I don't want to let this go really, but I have to. So there is a bit of that dilemma going on as well. And I see that also with this 5 of Wands here. I feel there is a lot of, inner thinking, and maybe even a conflict with other people when you walk away from the job because you have to, for your own sanity, for your own good. Even though it hurts, maybe some people are not too pleased with that. Maybe your boss is not too pleased with that because you have to go, and you need to leave it just because you feel it's not your job, it's not your thing anymore. But then maybe your boss is not agreeing with it, or your colleagues feel hurt as well, and they may try to talk you into going back. Now, if it's a business situation, there may be also some conflict. Maybe you are in a partnership, because we have here this Three of Pentacles. So it feels like there is this partnership in business that maybe you need to end. Maybe you need to stop working together with a certain person or a certain company or a certain freelancer. Now, if you're I really don't know what's happening with the noise lately. Usually it's very quiet where I am, and I'm now sitting in my living room instead of in my office. In my office, I can close the windows easily. If I do that in the living room, I just die of suffocation. But so yeah, we have the noises. I'm sorry for that. Now, this feels like, there is a conflict coming from that. And that's going on. I feel this card is also, it's ongoing here together with, it is hurtful what you have to do. So if you have to leave the partnership, if you have to stop working with certain people, if you're a freelancer and you can't really physically do or practically do what you're doing, it's hurtful and it can bring in conflict. So there is some part of it that is conflictuous. And I feel it's talking about, working with other people, so that in a freelancing relationship, maybe you have made a partnership with another freelancer and it hasn't worked out like you thought. And you need to step away from it, because otherwise, it brings you so much stress and so much hurt, because maybe it was really not the right person to work with for you. And that is very possible, Scorpio. So yeah, that is also that conflict, because of course that other partner, that person you work with, is not going to be happy about it. If it's about a business, that you have a partnership with another business, or maybe there is a partnership within the business, maybe you need to step away from that business because it's for your own sanity. Now, the good card here that I love that you have, and that is the card that also represents you. So not only are you sad because of this Three of Swords, but also the Magician helps you overcome this hurt. It will help you eventually, maybe not in the beginning. So maybe not now when I'm starting this reading and you think, it's good what you say, Crystal, but I just don't believe you, because this is really effed up. I'm trying not to curse in a reading, but it's really so effed up that I don't see, how is that going to be? How is this conflict going to resolve itself? How am I going to get over this sense of failure and, hurt and betrayal even? It feels there is a betrayal going on in that partnership. You feel betrayed, but you have the Magician here. So the Magician tells me you can overcome that. You can overcome that sense of failure, or betrayal, hurt, loss, sadness. Yes, because you have other talents and skills that you can focus on to bring about something new. Now, that something new is not going to come in just yet. I feel this couple of months, this last months of the year, there is going to be a lot of movement around this loss of partnership. I don't see this as, I just see this card as an indication of where it went wrong. So it has to do about, it is with regards to a certain working together partnership, colleagues. So maybe you had to leave your job because colleagues were like really, nasty and not good for you. So that is going on. Lots of conflict. But we have the Magician, and we have then here, underneath that partnership, we have two major arcana cards. We have the High Priestess and the Hermit. So the High Priestess it tells me that at a certain moment, and this even, it's already happening. So this stepping away because of the betrayal maybe already is happening and you're still processing it, or maybe it's going to happen quite soon in this coming time that is coming now. But it is something that your gut knowing knows that it's good for you. Your gut knowing needs that says to you that you need to step away from this, because otherwise, like I said, you're going to go insane. You're not adhering to your own values, and you really feel betrayed, but there is a gut knowing that this place here, this partnership is no longer working, is no longer good. So I would say, I would put it upside down, but I don't use reversal. I just read it that this is the situation that creates all this conflict and sense of failure, of hurt. But there's also here, these I think in the end are good cards because I'm going to read them quite positively, which you wouldn't expect from these two cards, or the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, but I will, because I have the Magician here and I have this page here. I love that this page is here, but I also love that you have this inner knowing. It's really on an instinctual level. It's maybe your body is going down and you're feeling exhausted when you're around those persons, and that would be a body indication of those people not being right for you, that situation, that partnership not being right for you. But you also have the Hermit, and the Hermit asks you to step away. He asks you to step away and just ponder your options, but also do some deep introspection, some deep soul searching, because this, at first maybe you cannot step away from this partnership because you feel like maybe they think I betrayed them because of all the emotions here. There is also that inner conflict. Not only is this outer conflict, this is also inner conflict, because it is quite hard to step away from a partnership, from colleagues, from a job. But I feel you have to do it. And I feel you can do it if you do some soul searching and you take some time to just feel those instincts, to feel your body reaction, to feel that exhaustion that you have when you are in that partnership, working with those people, working with those colleagues. I really feel that is there. Now, the Magician here is good because you have that. You have the Magician in your corner telling me you can overcome this whole situation and start afresh. Also, the Page of Wands tells me that. But I feel here with this Two of Pentacles, ultimately, you will have to really make a choice here, because this partnership is no longer good for you. It brings all this sorrow, it brings all this pain. So this Two of Pentacles tells me there is a choice here, and you will really need to weigh your options. Is it healthy for me to stay in this relationship? Is it useful to stay in this partnership? Is it going to help me move forward, or is it going to bring in more fatigue, more it can even lead to illness, basically. That is what this High Priestess is telling me. So you have to make a choice there. And the choice that you have to make really is a choice to choose yourself. And this may sound selfish, but it is true, Scorpio. And now Scorpio can do this. Scorpio can survive this hurt. This is that Magician. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth. It is ruled, in the old days, it was ruled by Mars, by Mars. And in the newer days, then they added Pluto to it. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, but Mars is also that planet that can do things, can go for it. Now, you can overcome this. This is all in the cards, and you have, if you make a decision, then this Page of Wands can come in. This Page of Wands with a new opportunity, a new offer, news from somewhere else, news maybe from a new job. Maybe you're going to then apply to a new job and put in your CVs and you get good news. It's good news. But you have to do first some inner soul searching also, because that partnership has gone wrong, that colleagueness or the job has gone wrong. And first you need to a little bit grieve and heal yourself. But this Page of Wands gives you the power to go after something new. Either that's a new job, maybe you create your own new business, or you do your freelancing by yourself in the way that pragmatically is better for you, that location-wise is better for you, but that also emotionally is better for you. So this Page of Wands tells me of new things, but first you need to get out of this by choosing, by making a choice, by connecting to your inner wisdom and inner gut knowing, and by doing some soul searching. Because at the end, and I feel these two cards are more like end of September, the road is going to be, is this here? Yeah, it's the 10 of Wands. It's not going to be easy. So this stepping away, making the choice, the really getting things going again, many things you will need to solve in this process. And not only, I'm not talking about practical things only, I'm also talking about emotional stuff. I'm talking about dealing with people stuff. I'm dealing with your inner demon stuff, because here, not only conflict with others, but also conflict with yourself. So there's a lot of things you need to deal with. And that is hard, but in the end, and this, in a way, I like this card at the end, because this is, again, this really connects me to the Magician. Of course, the Magician is a much more positive card, but the Magician tells me you can do it. You can just step away and believe in that Magician. But this Nine of Wands tells me that in the story here, as it unfolds, as you go along and you start afresh, and maybe that starting afresh, that Page of Wands is really only beginning of next year, but you're going to feel like, normally we call this card the Wounded Warrior, but there's also a victory in the card. I mean, you're looking back. This guy is looking back at all the ones behind him, and he's holding one wand, and he's wounded. Yes, he is wounded, but yeah, he overcame all these things. He dealt with all these things. He dealt with the conflict. He dealt with the hurt and that feeling of loss and betrayal and that sense of losing out and having to lose something and stepping away. I'm sorry for the dogs barking. I hope you can't hear them, but the dogs on the other side of the road, it's like hysterical barking. It goes on and on and on because they're in a run, and I don't think they ever get out, which is really sad, and it annoys the hell out of me. But there's nothing, talking to these people, I am then afraid that they might come and do something to my dog. So it's sort of a conundrum I have, but okay, none of this is about me. Just wanted to say that. Anyway, this Nine of Wands, for me, it's you having survived all this and coming out the other side. Yes, with wounds. Yes, it's been like you've gone to war and then you come back with the trauma and with the wounds, but you've survived. And you've survived another day, and you've survived to start this Page of Wands. So you will come through it. It's not going to be easy. So this is a bit of a weird reading, and maybe you're a little bit apprehensive, like I was in the beginning when I saw the cards. But yeah, the cards, sometimes they are what they are. Now, Scorpio, again, this is a general reading, so maybe this will not resonate at all, because maybe this is not your life situation at the moment. If it's not, please don't, just leave it be. Maybe have a look at your moon sign or your rising sign, or even, because it's career, I would say, if you know what sign your Mercury, Venus, and Mars planets are in, have a look at that. And if you don't know, go to astro.com, fill out your full birth data. The more precise you have them, like location, time of birth, the more precise and then you will be your birth chart. Let me finish my sentence, because I'm starting a sentence, not finishing it, going to another one already, because I'm thinking so fast that my voice can't follow. Anyway, so do that. Then if you don't know the symbols, then look them up on Google. You can look them up all on the internet, and then you can see in which sign your Mercury, Venus, or Mars is, because they could be influencing your professional life. So because they are personal planets. And then have a look at those videos of that sign, because that may resonate better. So let's see what comes out. The Fool. Yeah, the Fool is telling me, you will have to go on a new adventure, a new journey. You will have to. This is going to be hurtful, but it's also going to open the way for something new for you. And that here together with the Page of Wands, yes. And the Fool also asks you, and that's going to be hard, Scorpio, to leave all this hurt and pain behind. To really make that choice very, here, to choose to leave it behind and not let it influence you on that new start. Of course, you will have baggage from what's happened here, but it's asking you to not let you be defined by that baggage and by that hurt. What is happening here with my cards? I can't even hold them properly anymore. Okay. Now here, I feel with this Two of Wands, when you're seeing, again, there's a two, so there's choices involved, like here, the Two of Pentacles, but there's also a planning involved. How am I going to step away? How am I going to get out of this partnership that is no longer good for you? So here, this is almost practical plans to get out of it. Maybe you need to talk to a lawyer, and maybe that card is going to come out, I don't know, but maybe you need to talk somebody to how to get out of it. Maybe you need to talk to human resources if you are working for a company. And I lost my viewfinder, which is annoying. So okay, so I had to stop and then put my viewfinder back, because otherwise I don't see how I'm holding the cards in the camera, and then you may not see them like you should. And yeah, that's annoying. The choice. So we have the Six of Cups. I feel that choice that you're going to make and to step out is going to bring you more harmony and more balance again. I feel this card speaks about, feeling good again in yourself with your decisions. This situation here, either this job or this partnership has made you feel really bad. Also about yourself, not only with the other people, but also like you felt like you were the one that was the bad one. It's probably not the case. But of course, sometimes it takes two to tango, but it's not always true. Not always. Sometimes people are just toxic. Situations are just toxic, and then you need to get away from them. And that is one of those things. Yeah, that again. So we have here another hurt card, the Five of Cups. It asks you to leave behind again, but also to see the good stuff that you have learned in that situation and take that with you in this when you start your new business or your new career or in your new job. Take the lessons learned from this whole situation here with you, because they have valuable information there, so that you don't repeat or that people don't treat you the same way anymore. So make sure that you see the lessons. Okay, this is the lesson spilled. Those cups are on the floor, on the ground, and there's even blood involved and things like that. That's the hurt. But there's also some wise lessons to be learned from this whole situation, and take that with you on your new journey, on that fool's journey, because it's important. It's important information. Okay, so we have High Priestess on a High Priestess. So this is a double High Priestess. So it's really asking you to listen to your body language, to listen to your own body, what it's telling you. So if you can't sleep, if you feel tired, if you maybe constantly feel like you're coming down with something or sick or what have you, that is your body saying this is toxic. This situation here needs to be resolved. Get out. Listen to your body. Listen to your body, because it instinctually knows what is good for you and what isn't. And we have lost that connection with our body in the Western world a lot, and we don't listen to it often enough. So really do that. I'm asking you. So we have the Eight of Pentacles here. The Eight of Pentacles is on this inner conflict. So on the inner conflict or conflict with others, but also I feel that here what it's asking you to do is take your focus away from the conflict with others, and maybe even from that inner voice, your inner critic saying, no, you can't go away, you have to stay where you are. Don't do that, because the High Priestess is saying, listen to your gut. And then, so focus on maybe these cups, the positive thing, but also focus on maybe creating this new thing for yourself, the new job. Maybe here, this means if you are looking for another job, maybe this means that you are making new resumes, sending out CVs, that sort of stuff. Maybe it's if you're a freelancer, you're thinking and you're marketing, and maybe you're making a website to make your own, stepping away from the partnership. If it's you starting a new business by yourself, it's also maybe doing, the detailed stuff, the detail work that needs to be done. Like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to market it? How am I going to present myself? How am I going to create my identity, like branding, logo, choosing colors, choosing fonts, that sort of thing, but also working, what am I going to offer to people? What is it that I want to offer to people? Because that is you really diligently putting focus on that. And if you focus on that, you take the focus away from the conflict and from your inner critics as well. So that would be a way to start this journey, to start focusing on the things you can do, not on the things you can't do. So we have another wounded warrior here. So we have these twice as well. So again, this tells me that yes, it's going to be hard because it's on this 10 of Wands. Lots of things you have to deal with because, of course, also these new things. It's not only your old things, how to get away from it, how to get out of it in a good way so that you don't are too damaged or lose too many things out of this partnership, but also focusing on this new stuff that it's a lot of work. It's going to feel like a lot of work, but this 9 of Wands tells me you're going to be able to overcome it. So I wouldn't be worried about all stuff. Okay, nothing is going as planned today, so now I'm on low power mode. So I'm going to pull this. The Strength card comes out on that Hermit. And then we have a page. So I love that there's 2 pages here. So we have a page of Wands and we have the page of Pentacles. So the page of Pentacles tells me that whatever you're going to do, the new stuff is going to bring in money as well. So money-wise, financially, you don't have to worry. It's really going to bring in new proposals, new business offers, new work, new clients. So yes, again, when I said you will overcome it and you will come out, yes, wounded, but also like a winner, and it will bring new people in. The Strength card is coming out on that Hermit card. So when I said you need to do some soul searching, and you have the strength to do so. You have the power to do so. You also have the power to tame some fears because, of course, this situation, when you have to decide to step away, it will bring up some fears. And those fears, you can tame them. Like she tames the lion, you can tame your inner fears, those inner voices that say, but I can't make it on my own. I should stay in the same job. I should stay with this partner. I shouldn't step away because then I'm the bad one. No, don't do that. Just do what your instinct says. So let's see what the message cards say. Okay, I'm going to pull these randomly. So this is from the Ask Your Guides. And usually I take first one from the Soul Coaching Oracle, but I didn't this time, so there's a reason for that probably. Although message cards are not like in, they don't, well, they are part of the story sometimes, it depends, we'll see. Let me just finish this, okay. Let's start here. Judgment and Higher Self. That's the first card. That's the Ask Your Guides. So the guide of your higher self is with you, and Judgment. So just let me have a moment here, because I feel this is you judging yourself, but it's also you discerning about the situation, looking at the situation and knowing that it's not good. It says precision, rationality, analysis, discernment. So it is about judging the situation right by connecting to that high priestess and saying, no, this is not good for me. So there is a rational aspect, but I feel the instinctual aspect is better. Your higher self is here to help you discern. So listen to that higher self. That higher self is within that high priestess. Now, the card of the Soul Coaching Oracle is Gratitude, and it says, this is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. I feel that with all this hard stuff going on, do not forget to see the good stuff that is here. This 5 of Cups, with all the hard stuff, you know, the cups here, where with the blood and everything, it feels like really like a battle has been done. Focus also on the good stuff and don't forget to be grateful for the things you still have and you can do, because you have that magician. Don't forget that you have a lot of skills and talents and things like that, and strengths. So, and use them and be grateful for them, that you can use them and you can see them. The last card is from the Enchanted Oracle map, or the Enchanted Map Oracle. Yeah. The card is called Rescue, and I'm just going to get the booklet because you see that, okay, let me pull it up again. So you see that balloon, and you see that there is this sort of a rock, floating rock. There's a house on there. It's a house in a grass hill. There's a cascade. Anyway, You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. So that is also that High Priestess, be yourself. Listen to yourself. It's that Hermit, it's that Strength card. It's also that Fool card. The Fool card tells you can be yourself. You can go on the journey. And I'm doing here stuff with my elbow anyway. But there is a way. I feel that this card is telling you there is a way out of the situation. So in the beginning, you may not see that way out. Here with this Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. It may be hard to see the way out of that partnership, but there is a way out. The Rescue card tells me, yes, you can get out of it. Now, Scorpio, it feels a little bit like there's hard times ahead for this coming months. Now, in the beginning of January, this will probably be solved and behind you. But of course, this is going to be hard. So take good care of yourself. That's what I would say. And really do listen to that High Priestess, because you have that double on top of each other in the center of the reading. So that is very important. So do that. Listen to your body. Anyway, Scorpio, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking this. If you haven't done so already, maybe consider subscribing to my channel and clicking that alarm bell so that you know when new readings are going to come out. Also, I'm going to give away a free reading, and that will be on the 30th of September. I will draw the winner from a little box wherein I put names from the people who put in the comment box the words rose crystal. So do that only once per video, but you can do it in many more videos. So each time you put in the comment box the words rose crystal, you make a chance to win a reading, because each time I will put your name in that box. So more entries, mathematically and logically speaking, more chances of winning that free reading. So that's also a good thing to subscribe and hit that alarm bell so that you know when I announce that winner. But there's many more readings going to come out, so please do subscribe. Thank you for being here, Scorpio, and speak soon. Bye for now. Bye.